How are you? We are here at Glitch Infinite to bring to you what I consider the main event of today's proceedings. We've waited a long time for means. Again, we're playing the same set of courses. Each player is getting the same set of courses, and they have 15 minutes to get as many clears as they can. Now, what makes a little twist, makes it even more strategic than what Track was indicating. There's 3 skips at their disposal. Now, what a skip does is, I've seen enough of this level, I want to get out, right? Again, with your goal is to get as many clears as you can in these levels. Sometimes you might get a level that, I can't figure it out, right? Just taking me too much time. You got to decide, make the decision in your head. Should I skip this level, lose one of my 3 skips, or fight it out? And that is where some of the beauty of this game comes out in a competitive sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's execution and it's that high-level strategy at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when do you save those, and when do you use that last skip?
Yes.
That's the really scary one. You might see these guys use their first two skips really easily, but that third skip, they're really going to be hesitant to use.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned them yet either, but we have 2 legends playing for us, luckily, and they are 2 of the best players in the world. I can say that without any doubt in my mind, and they have the results to prove that, the stats to prove that as well. We were talking about Season 3. GSA ran a season of this, a whole season-long event. Last winner was iPK, and he's running here tonight. LilKirbs, very, very close in every single way. I'm going to go through the stats a little bit later, of course, but he is also a very, very high-level player of this game. These really couldn't get closer, and I can't wait to get started. And it looks like, as I say that, we are just about to do that. All right, so as you see, on the left side of your screen is iPK, Season 3 champion. On the right side of your screen, LilKirbs. Once again, 15 minutes. Who can get the most clears? They have 3 skips at their disposal. Let's get this thing on.
What different headset?
And we are off, and you can see on that entrance screen, Trials of Time. Sometimes the titles and levels, they don't really mean anything. They kind of just are a lot of memes. You know the internet. A lot of memes, a lot of random stuff. But sometimes they do mean something. This one's called Trials of Time. Let's see if that actually means something.
Yeah, sometimes there are little hints in the titles, but sometimes, like you say, they're just kind of messing with you. So it's something you want to keep in your mind, but you don't want to rely too heavily on it.
Definitely. And I mentioned before how close these guys were in Season 3. Again, we had a whole season of this exact same format, 15 minutes. Who can get the most clears? The average clear, IPK had a 9.6 average clear per 15 minutes. He was first. Second was LilKirbs himself at a 9.4. That's right, 0.2 difference here between these people. It doesn't get any closer than this.
No, and that's been the story for Kirbs, is that he's always in the mix. He's always close. He's always among the best players, but he's had trouble breaking through. We've got 4th place finishes, 3rd place, 2nd place, like you just said. And you got to wonder, is tonight the night he breaks through and wins? Because we know he's capable of it. It's only a matter of time.
And I watched today, getting ready for this, watched both these runners, how they prepare. I had to change my shorts a few times watching some of these players prepare because it was so intense. I wish you guys could all see that because I've seen some of the most impressive stuff I've ever seen in the practice. So I can't wait to see what they turn out here. It does turn out like IPK got his first death as LilKirbs is fighting the first mini boss.
Oh, mistimed that platform there from IPK on the left. And you can see him shake his head. He's a very emotive guy, too. You definitely see the emotions there.
Yes, and there is LilKirbs getting the first clear. Remember, whoever has the most clears on the 15 minutes is the winner. LilKirbs with the first one in the bag.
And sometimes you're in the middle of a course and the time's, ticking down and you got to try to finish because if you get almost all the way there, doesn't matter. Doesn't count unless you get the full clear.
Now, and how it's set up here, I wish you guys could see a little bit more of the stage here. Usually, we're playing online, both players in their own houses. They can't see where the other runner is. In this situation, they can clearly see what the other runner is doing. I wonder if that adds to the pressure of maybe not taking that skip and trying to finish what they saw in their competitive finish.
Yeah, or maybe they're looking at body language. How do they look? I mean, LilKirbs is pretty implacable. He always is. But IPK, like I mentioned, you'll see the eyes of the heavens, the rolled eyes, a little frustration, the fist pump. If it goes well, you think LilKirbs isn't going to notice that? Maybe think, oh, look like he's going pretty well over there.
I think all of us are going to be joining myself, looking up implacable after this. We're going to have to get back to the action here. It looks like IPK will finish it. There it is, tied 1-1 on the clears. Of course, LilKirbs way ahead in the next level, but that won't mean anything if he doesn't finish it.
Right. I mean, sometimes it looks like, oh, he's almost done. He's almost 2-1, but then he dies, and next thing you know, they're in sync.
So one thing you want to look at there is the axe banging it down for the second clear for LilKirbs. One thing you want to see in these, how this level goes. Look at this crowd clapping. I love this crowd right now. They are feeling it, and we are feeling it as well. LilKirbs get that second clear, like I said. One thing you want to notice for this is runners are looking for short levels, obviously. That goes without saying. What they want to avoid is levels that take you on an adventure. I call these adventure levels. And this looks to be a bit of one, but LilKirbs got past it. So that's going to be a big advantage here. Let's see if iPK can make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of curation here, right? The world records are all under 90 seconds, if I recall correctly.
60 seconds.
Yeah. It's even faster this time, yeah. So very significant there. So they have an idea of what's possible, at least in these levels, but some of them are a lot lower on the end of that range than others.
Yes, for sure. Those are the golden apples, the golden ones you really want to get. And those short, just hold right and get the clear levels. But haven't seen any of those yet. I'm not sure we're going to see them at all. It looks like LilKirbs, they're pausing. You'll see the runners do that a lot to check what the world record is, see if it's worth going through this as iPK does match his competitor, LilKirbs, getting that axe and getting his second clear. Tie ball game. LilKirbs is on what I just said is a bit of an adventure.
Yeah, you can see this level just kind of going on, and he's just dying to see that little axe at the end, to see the flagpole, whatever it is in this particular level, and it's just, when's it going to come on screen? Nope, more enemies, more blocks, it just keeps going.
That is why we saw him push that pause button. And he's getting there now. Now he's in so deep. I know the sun calls fallacy here, but it's so close.
There it is.
He does grab it down. LilKirbs fans rejoicing here in the house. I did ask the crowd who they think is going to win. I would say it was a little bit leading towards LilKirbs. What do you think, Track?
It definitely was, yeah. And I get it. Even though I mentioned before, there's been a lot of fourth, third, second. IPK's bested him in a lot of these events just barely. He's looked really good lately in some other games, too. We both cast Grapple Dog last week, and LilKirbs won that over IPK and 5 others. He has looked really sharp lately, looked very sharp in practice today. You mentioned that, they look great in practice, and they look better in practice than we do on our best day, and it's not even close. But I feel like LilKirbs is just on a bit of a hot streak right now, and this might be the night he kind of breaks through.
It is fair to say that could be the case. And Grapple Dog is a great game. I encourage anyone to watch that competition. You want to look and see masterful players play that. We had 7 great runners playing that game, and LilKirbs put on a show there, and it is worth watching. And LilKirbs is, again, on a bit of an adventure level here. We're not getting any shorties so far.
No, not at all. But that's okay. I think IPK got through his version of it just a little bit quicker, though. I feel like he's caught up a tiny bit. But Kirbs is not giving him that big, painful death at the end of the level that would allow IPK to basically pull even again with him.
Yes.
It hasn't happened yet.
And what we look for as well, the world record, something that gets I think can get in the head of other runners. Well, one runner finishes the level, and they get the world record on it. And then the second runner takes it, and they say, the other runner just got the world record.
Right.
That kind of can hurt the psyche there a little bit. If it was me, of course, these guys may have better intestinal fortitude than I do.
Right.
But, I wonder how much that goes into this.
I mean, one of the reasons these guys are who they are is because I think they just play. They can separate themselves from all that, from the crowd, from all the expectations. They just play. They make it as routine as possible. And
one thing I like about these two in particular, I've seen IPK play hundreds of matches. I've seen Kirbs play hundreds of matches, maybe millions of matches. I'm not sure. I've seen them play a lot of Super Mario Maker 2. I've enjoyed them playing Super Mario Maker 2 a lot. And these two runners handle this game in a very different way, right? IPK has the skill to say, just brute force everything. He doesn't put a lot of thought into something. He said, I don't get the first time, I'm going to do it again, I'm going to get it, right? He has that level of skill. Kirbs, on the other hand, he's a more cerebral player. Right? He's going to take a second to think about, how can I do this better? I saw he created, 4,000 practice courses on his cart there to get ready for this. He thinks about things a little differently, but both of them are very effective.
I mean, that's what's great about this, right, is that those two totally different clashing styles can both come together and be basically as good as each other. I mean, with IPK, like you mentioned, brute force, there's this stubbornness that all good speedrunners have. They just refuse to accept that it can't be better. It can get you into trouble, but it also can make you great. And with LilKirbs, maybe a little more detached, right? But they both work, and we come together, and you look at it, and they're putting up almost identical times in some of these things.
IPK has shortened the lead of Kirbs, the pseudo lead. Right now they're in the same clears, but again, it matters how far they are on each level. Kirbs is a little bit further in this level, but not much.
Yeah, it's definitely tightening up, and that's what I would expect. It's hard to imagine either of these players pulling away.
Now you see the halfway flag, a checkpoint. Those are good and bad, right? Because neither of the runners are hoping they die, but if they do, they have a little backup there. But you don't want to see too many checkpoints in any level. That means it's a long one.
Yeah, and hear the crowd responding to every Kirbs clear in particular, and almost every one of these seems to end with GG.
Ooh, look how close that was!
Ooh, it's much closer now than it was before.
Hype is building in this room and in this commentator's chest. It is getting very hype in here.
Yeah, it's seconds now. It's seconds, just like that. And it hasn't come with anything dramatic. I was talking about maybe one big death, after wasting a lot of time on a longer level, and then it's even again. That's not what's happened. IPK's just been chipping away, a second here, a second there, and next thing you know, neck and neck.
Just got to keep that consistency going. Both players showing amazing consistency so far. After that first little bit of a shaky start for iPK, but he has clearly recovered 100%.
Careful, 100% means something different in speedrunning.
That is true, yeah.
It's totally different.
He has recovered any percent.
Any percent.
Any percent recovery has been achieved.
Oh, there's a death.
Okay, there is the death. LilKirbs, the door has creaked wide open, and there it is. He touched the top of the flag. Now,
almost
pressure.
as if in response
Yes.
to the death, right? Like seconds later, the clear, right? And that is just like a 1-2 punch.
Now IPK clearly feeling that pressure. He has to if he's human, I would think, but who knows? Maybe he is not human.
He might not be.
And there it is. Checkpoint, of course. Checkpoint obtained. He doesn't want to see that checkpoint, though. He wants to see that flagpole. Can he grab it in short order or not? It's coming up.
Yeah, and we have a better idea now how far behind he is. You know, that death definitely set him back. Here's Kirbs flying through the next one. And, boy, it's just the consistency of Kirbs that's really coming out right now.
Crowd feeling it, feeling the pressure of IPK. IPK looking down, trying to search for that inspiration here. Maybe things haven't gone as good as he hoped to start with, but he's still so close.
Yeah, and as casters, you know, we don't have a rooting interest except for hype.
Yes.
So anyone who's a little behind, we kind of like it when they catch up.
Yes, for sure.
We're biased that way.
Yes, I know both sides have a lot of fans in the crowd, but we are only fans of hype. I think
that's right. And both of these runners, I mean, they're just tremendously talented.
Again, just no nonsense level showing. I say nonsense level, I mean a level that maybe a 6-year-old put together, a level that maybe a 10-year-old put together, maybe an inebriated adult put together. We haven't seen any of those yet. All these levels have been well put together. I don't want to say masterpieces for sure, but very
been
well
really
put together
good, yeah.
level, yes. And they're LilKirbs getting another clear. 7 clears here so far.
I mean, the real combination is if you've been playing Super Mario Maker long enough, you might have seen one that looked like it was made by an inebriated 6-year-old.
I would love to see what that looks like. Cannonball Speedrun. Now, I mentioned the titles before. Whenever you see a speedrun in the title of one of these levels, that's usually a good sign that it's going to be a lot of if you do it correctly, it's got to be fast, right?
But it's got to be perfect almost always, right?
Yes.
Like that. Yeah, just do not stop. Go, 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 go.
That's one of those ones where I don't want to take any credit away from LilKirbs, but this is one of those ones where it's hold right and win mostly. You have to time your jumps correctly, of course, but the coin indicators are there, make it a little bit easier on him. I think he'll take these any day of the week.
Yep. And GG again. He's hoping he'll be saying that a little more seriously pretty soon. This is a really good start for Kirbs, but, I mean, again, you're one mistake away.
I appreciate the heart, too. Not everyone loves the GG, but not enough heart love out there.
That's right. Let's make that the new GG.
We're making it happen. Changing the world out here at Glitch Infinite here in Laurel, Maryland.
Changing the world through speedrunning.
All right, this run in the sky, jumping in the sky there is the name of the level on LilKirbs' side. And it looks like that's exactly what we are about to do. And again, the indicators, so beautifully there. Not every level has indicators. You see those little yellow squares there? Those are called indicators. They kind of tell you when you're supposed to jump. If runners of this skill level, if they see them, they will definitely take them because it just makes things a little bit easier. You know where to jump.
And again, like this is the improvisation I'm talking about, though, right? Is like, look at this. They're flying through these levels. They've never seen these before. They've seen things like them, but they've never seen these exact levels. So they are seeing these things for the first time and reacting. There's so much reaction mixed in with your execution. I mean, that's what makes this game great.
How these levels are going right now, any slight lead's a big deal because how they are just rolling through that Kirbs with that pause to check the world record, and he does die there. His first death, if I'm not mistaken.
You might be right. I mean, he's really been on a roll.
Only 350 left. Door now creaked wide open here for the man from Los Angeles, IPK, to take back the lead.
Man, you see what's happening here, too. There's a few minutes left, and they're tied in clears, and while Kirbs is ahead, you realize that depending on exactly when it runs out, how long these levels are, we could still get it where the clears are technically the same for about a minute in there, and if that's the minute that the clock runs out, it's tied, even though he's got the quote-unquote lead.
And there is the ending for LilKirbs, taking away any chance of IPK fans celebrating here, but again, he did lose a little time there, so IPK should be closer in theory. Just in case, don't get ahead of ourselves here, but if we do it overtime, just for those wondering, we do the next level they both haven't cleared, and whoever finishes that level first is the winner. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves here, but if the possibilities, I want to let you guys know about what happens if that does happen in this universe.
It's looking more likely, I'll say. I'm definitely starting to think about it, and as I mentioned before, with our rooting interest, we kind of want that to happen a little bit.
Yeah, we have 5 games here. I hope we see that 5 times myself, but we'll see if our throats can hold out that long. We'll see. Beautiful jumps here from LilKirbs. Again, just putting on a display of the skill here. Both players making it look easy when it is definitely not.
No. And it's something to do with the level, too. Like, let's give a little love to the level creators. Like, they can make it look smooth and easy and fast, but it takes hours of work for these things. You know, they're kind of works of art sometimes.
Yeah, these levels are proving to be very, very well put together, more than I've ever seen in order. Usually we have some nonsense thrown in. Again, nonsense in this case means levels that aren't as well put together as these. We're seeing a lot of these in order here.
Yeah, and it's funny. I like a few of those. They're fun, right? I'm sure they hate them, and it's not necessarily fun or fair to the runners, and it's not really necessarily skill-based either. But you get a few thrown in to kind of mix it up. I guess we're kind of lucky, though, that these have all been so high caliber. But you do want a little crazy mixed in there, just for the heck of it.
I've commentated approximately 4.6 million of these matches, and I've never seen them never use a skip. I've seen maybe one runner not use a skip, but I've never seen both. That would be something I've never seen before. That will go right to Guinness, and Guinness World Records. It's going to be a new record.
I can't remember the last time I've seen it either. I haven't done quite 4.6 million, but I have the same experience otherwise, which is that you never even go more than usually 6 or 7 to start without some kind of skip. The crowd has reasons to clap every few seconds because they are finishing one after the other, just like that.
Look how close we are to the finish here. This first game has flew by less than 1:30 on the clock here. Now it really matters how deep you are in a level.
Yes.
Is it worth searching to find a short level? If you see one's close to a minute, hey, you might want to skip it, see what that next level looks like. Remember, they can't look down the course list. They have to enter the level once before they skip it. I want to make sure that's clear. But if you see a world record that's close to a minute, you might want to say, hey, I don't want any of that noise. I'm going to get out of here and maybe go to the next one and see how short that is.
I mean, I wonder if anything, their laser focus could kind of hurt them here too, right? Because their idea is just forward, figure it out. Whereas if you could pause time and think about the strategy here, you're right. I think they would have skipped this level, tried to get an easy one, because those skips, they don't carry over.
Something we have seen a lot of, LilKirbs and a flagpole, clear number 11 here. Double digits for both runners here.
40 seconds, too. He's got to hit this. If he dies, that might be it.
I think you are right. LilKirbs has to make this clear and true, and he does with that final jump. Beautiful castle design there. I want to give some credit.
30 seconds is enough, though, for a particularly quick one to still mess that up.
I did not see the world record time. That's what matters here. Let's see it on IPK screen. What is that world record time? Speed run-ish level coming up. Let's see. World record is 21 seconds. Got to be pretty close.
Yeah, this could do. I mean, I don't think he's going to quite make it, but this could do it. This would be a heartbreaker if Kirbs finishes and IPK is just starting it. Otherwise, we're going to overtime.
Let's see here.
5 seconds.
5 seconds. There is the ending, though. Does he have time to make it? A little bit of clear jump here, and he does. Was it in time? Going to have to get that retimed here. I'm not sure if he got that in time. When I looked, it was double zeros. Going to have to get that timed again, though.
I think he just missed it, but it depends on the clock.
I see our timekeepers back there, hundreds of them, just throwing over the clocks everywhere. They're trying to figure it out right now. We're going to figure out, before we let them start the next one, we need to know that. Was it in? Crowd, do we think it was in or not?
He got it.
I don't know.
They're saying he got it.
Crowd, was that in or not? We couldn't see it. We see some thumbs up. I see some clapping. I see some drinking some coffee. They're doing all kinds of stuff in there.
Oh, my God. They're giving it to him.
They are giving it to him for the win.
Wow.
There it is. You saw how close this can be.
That was it even a second?
No.
Wow.
Very much less than a second. The shake of the head of IPK shows disappointment. He shouldn't be, though. We have 4 more games left. LilKirbs just has the first one in the bag.
He started that level with about 30 seconds on the clock, and the world record is in the 20s. So he just made it in time. I'm serious. 1 second was the difference. And now, look, just like that, all that is for nothing. 1-0 now.
That final jump was very intense. I'm going to have to watch that back on the VOD a few hundred times because he had to get through a lot of chompers there, and he made it look good. We're getting ready. The next level is on the docket here, platforming in the ground. Let's look at the information we have here just for the viewers out there to see. Clear rate of 8%. That's pretty lenient for these guys. That's no big deal for players of this skill. For me, that would take me a few days. For these runners, it's going to take them a few minutes. 29-second world record here. Very average, right? Let's see what we get here. Platforming in the ground.
Oh, and if you're IPK, you just got to keep going, right? That's a heartbreaker. You lost it by a second. Otherwise, it would be an overtime, and then it's anyone's game. But you got to start over. You got to just keep trucking through because there's a bunch of games coming, and you can absolutely come back here.
I'm confident he can put that away.
Oh,
he knows he's got the skill to come back from this. He's done it many a time in many seasons.
But it just shows you how evenly matched these guys are, right?
Look how close that was. It doesn't get any closer to that.
It really doesn't.
Again, another beautifully designed level. These players can eat these for breakfast. I mean, this is just so well put together. There's no kind of nonsense. Some people hide blocks to kind of make jumps kind of cruel. Not seeing any of those here. Just very true levels. And there is a flagpole for IPK, shaking it off, feeling good. Momentum building, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, he only finished a second ahead of Kirbs, but look what happened last time.
Yes.
So that second could be the second.
Here we go. IPK is giving us a little emotion here. Always feeling Kirbs. He gives us nothing.
Yeah,
that's
right.
He's always the same. He could be down by 15. He looks the same. If he's up by 15, he looks the same.
Yeah. You look at one side, it's fist pumps. The other side, robot.
And robotic might be the right way to describe the play of LilKirbs at times.
And it works. Whatever works for you, right? That kind of cold, ruthless killer kind of thing versus like, wearing your heart on your sleeve. And it's great. It's great to see the two different styles contrasting and again, just duking it out.
This is why this is the great matchup, these two. When I saw this match, the perfect two runners. I mean, we've seen iPK go good against other great players, against Ryukar, against the Beast. We've seen him play against those, but I haven't seen LilKirbs and iPK in a high-level matchup like this, and I'm really excited for it. And we're already a match in.
Yeah, and you could tell they're responding. They're bringing their A game.
Look at the sink here. It's so beautiful. We live for this.
I know. I mean, you like the excitement of someone doing well or making a mistake, but on the other hand, it's so aesthetically pleasing to see them jumping roughly in sync. LilKirbs does have just like a little edge now, though.
Very slight. And again, I wish I could show you the stage here. Both runners here know how close it is right now. They can see it. It's right in front of their face. A huge screen that you can't see, but our runners can see. Who's going to touch this first? LilKirbs. Maybe a quarter of a second ahead there. Another heart. So many hearts. Have I seen this many hearts since Valentine's Day? No.
I was going to say, yeah, it's just a leftover from Valentine's Day.
Here we go. The rumble in the crowd right here. People just in awe of what has happened here. One game lead here for LilKirbs. We still have 4 left. iPK trying to bring things back to even.
We still don't have a skip.
No. Which is... Oh, there's a death from both. Look at the timing on those. And we do get our first skip, as you mentioned, as if preordained from Warning Track. Our first skip has been taken. That is what makes this game such a good competitive speedrun game. The strategic element here. LilKirbs saying, this level looks like I don't want to have any part of this. iPK says, I'm up for the challenge. I'm going to give it a shot. We'll see if that pays off or not.
Well, in the first match, I would say Kirbs maybe 4 or 5 times paused to check the world record as you were talking about. And I think that's part of kind of like his version of, do I want to bother with it? How much longer is this going to go on, right? But by then, he was usually far enough in that it didn't make sense. This time, he pulls the trigger a little quicker. He dies. He says, you know what? That's enough. I don't need to see anymore.
Yeah,
and he's right. I mean, the optimal number of skips is probably not 0.
No.
In any level set.
No.
So I think they should be skipping a little more than they are, and Kirbs is the first one to give it a try.
I think that might be true, and iPK does take it. That there was a very generous checkpoint there, so we shouldn't get 2 down here. Oh, LilKirbs pausing again to check the world record. Looks okay, and there is that flagpole, but the Spike has other ideas. He does not get that one, and there it is. That is going to hurt. iPK still, again, in this Piranha Plant maze here, though. He has to make this count. He has to get this clear here.
I'm sorry, I'm still reacting to the head against the stalactite.
Stalactite. I used a much simpler word, Spike. Track, that's why you're here. That's why they pay Track the big bucks here, to give those big words, my friends. And there is iPK. Does come true with that. He needed that with another death.
And Kirbs again. Oh, this could get very bad very quickly. When we've established how close these guys are and how few mistakes they've mostly been making, just a death or two, it doesn't seem like much. And against almost anyone else in the world, it wouldn't be much. But iPK could absolutely start pulling away here.
I want to explain something unique here, right? Now, iPK, he knows what's going on here. Like I said, the screens are right there. He knows Kirbs had a little trouble here, right? He can see that LilKirbs has died twice. Does he want to go through this? LilKirbs does make it happen here. So he took 3 tries, but he did make it happen. Again, deaths only matter in time, right? So you can die as many times as you want. What matters is the time loss, though. So if iPK can make this happen on the first try, that would be a very big swing. Let's see.
It would. I think Kirbs going for it again makes particular sense because he died at the very last jump there, which means he knows the entire level already. And I think knowing what you're getting into, that certainty, that has value.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I've seen that cost many a runner, though, that gets greedy, right? I'm so close, I'm 1 jump away.
Yeah.
But LilKirbs made it happen. And let's see, iPK, though. This is a big turning point here. If he can make this clear happen, it would be huge. Or will he face the same fate?
Oh, man.
Or one of those things. What do you call him? I called it a spike. You called it something else.
Stalactite.
There it was.
Really? He misses the stalactite.
There it was. Beautiful. That is a big turn here. Now, LilKirbs can make that big turn go away here for the quick finish here.
Stalactite would be a good handle, by the way, if anyone wants to go claim it, I think.
Oh, they're getting registered by the second here on Twitch. It's going crazy.
Yeah, it's gone. What am I talking about? Before I even said it.
And this is one of those things. Now, clearly, this list is something special about this list. We're not seeing any nonsense. I'm not sure what happened here. But
I kind of want to see one.
Yeah, we haven't seen any nonsense.
Come on,
so
nonsense.
Even saying that, now the runners know that there's not been any nonsense levels.
Yeah.
Skips are still a resource you want to use.
Right.
So what's the way to use this to the best of my ability, right? I want to use these skips because they are a resource you want to use. If you save them, you don't get to keep them, right?
Yeah.
They are a resource to be used, and LilKirbs there.
Yeah.
Taking it right back for the top.
I think Kirbs used it basically the way you want to. If there's a tough part in the beginning and you take a death, go right there.
Yeah.
Right? Like don't get too far into the level if it looks like it just might be tough. Because otherwise, if you wait, it's completely wasted. Any time you spend on that level is wasted if you end up skipping it.
Yes. And there, IPK taking a
Death.
death on the grinder here.
Oh, is that the opening LilKirbs needs? I mean, he's already, since those deaths, he's actually kind of been on a mission since those deaths.
He's on a speed run level here, what they like to see. As long as the level designer is a nice person. Ooh, it looks good.
That was like a fake out.
It looks good. This could be a hold right and win level, though. LilKirbs can do those in his sleep while sleepwalking, and there it is. He does it. That was a quick hold right to win. He'll take those all day.
How about sleep running?
Sleep running. There you go.
Way more dangerous, but a lot more exciting.
IPK has to be true here. There he is, though. Ties it right back up. Let's see how long it takes him to finish that hold right to win level that's coming up on his side. LilKirbs a little bit ahead, though, for sure.
But look at how quickly this flipped. LilKirbs had 2 deaths, and we're like, there it is. IPK could start pulling away. And then we look up like 2 minutes later, and Kirbs has the lead again. He has been absolutely on fire since those deaths.
That is very safe to say. And again, just the kindest levels I have ever seen in my 4,000 years of casting this game. It's incredible.
You look great for your age, by the way.
Thank you.
I mean, you say kindest in one sense. I'm looking at these thinking, I don't know how I would get through even one of these. I'd still be on level 1 out of my skips.
That hurts right there. It is, again, a hold right to win. The only thing you have to worry about is when you jump. You make a mistake like that, it's going to cost you. This thing, it's way early. I don't want to say anything, but it's kind of slipping away from the hand here.
Yeah, it's a rough way to lose, right? Because you know it's that kind of level. I think some runners are honestly better on the tougher ones, and that the simple ones, the ones where you just can't make any mistakes, but it's otherwise straightforward, that can mess with you.
Again, these guys are used to playing endless, any level is fine, random levels, right? They're used to getting trolled sometimes. We're not seeing any trollage. I wonder if that was just a muscle memory here. There's got to be a troll somewhere. For IPK, it wasn't there. LilKirbs gets a clear. IPK does as well. Our scores are still LilKirbs up by 1.
Yeah, it's 7 minutes left, and we're neck and neck again. These guys just don't let up. I mean, you just could not ask for a better matchup.
World record, another speedrun in the title here, getting an avalanche of speedrun in the title here, as snow might fill your screen on the right, if I read that correctly, and it does.
Well, here in Maryland, we had a little bit of this, to say the least.
I wish you all out there were here. This has been a great event so far, and it's just getting better.
Yeah, this is what the highway looked like, by the way, and I'm barely exaggerating.
Ooh, death there from LilKirbs. We see his exit out of start over. He's laughing it off, still in a very happy mood here. And why shouldn't he be? He's up by 1.
He's up by 1 and leading in the second, although it's tightening up.
Yeah, and we got
Oh, no!
Kirbs.
IPK
there.
Yeah.
It is tied 6-6 here, and just ahead. LilKirbs again, just ahead of the next level here. Skips 3-2 still. Remember, 3 skips at their disposal. That is a resource to be used when a level you think is causing you too much trouble, looking like it might be too long. You can skip and get out of there.
Well, you say that, but 24 minutes in, we have 1 skip combined.
Yeah, and that tells me something about the level selection here. IPK jumps through and does get the lead here. 7-6, IPK now with the lead.
Yeah, but even though he's doing well right now, even though he's got the lead,
for a second.
Yeah, I was gonna say for 1 second. You can see that he understands it could be better right now, right? He had a chance to, again, go up, oh my God, maybe even 2 clears for a couple of seconds. I don't think we've seen that once.
Yeah, it would be something to see a lead of 2 clears. We haven't seen it yet today. Maybe we won't.
That's amazing.
Now, IPK, again, gets the advantage. He saw Kirbs play this level. He knows it's a speedrun level. Kirbs did die on this, though. Can he make it happen without that death? Would mean a bit of a comeback here.
I mean, we're still 1 death away at any point.
Yes.
I said 1 death in the first. Oh, man, runs right into a fireball, and there he throws his hands up. You can see it's just nothing's quite making sense for him right now.
Did get the checkpoint, though, so not as bad as it could have been for sure.
Eases the sting.
Yep. Oh, no, he doesn't even matter. Yeah, nope. That was our mistake, but I get that. Let's see here at LilKirbs. Can he make it happen here to get the lead? Does not have the lead yet. Less than 5 left on the clock here. Another finish in sight. And a trivial jump for players.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we've seen some really good players miss some really straightforward jumps. That's a fun screen.
And as quickly as it was not tied, it is now tied again. 8-8, crowd giving it up for their man.
Looks like someone exploded a birthday cake. This is so close.
All right, air practice platforming. Let's see what this level looks like. World record of, did not see, 24-second world record on IPK side. Remember, they're playing different levels only because LilKirbs skipped one. That's why they're not playing the same exact levels. IPK just 1 behind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's kind of fun to know what's in store for him sometimes. We know, he doesn't.
Yes. One definite advantage of having this live as opposed to at the comfort of our own homes is that, right? When you're playing at home, you don't know what the other runner is doing. You might watch the video back, but that's a lot of work to kind of see where your opponent is.
Not in this format. Yeah, it's a big risk in this format.
So here, they can just look up and see it. So that does matter. That is something to keep in mind. LilKirbs again with another touch of the medal. And the lead is to him, 3:30 left on that clock.
And look, iPK can come back from any deficit. I literally mean that. But against someone like LilKirbs, who's playing as well as he has, if he does go down 2-0, that's rough.
That is
you
rough.
have no more margin left, you know.
This is a best of 5, I remind you. We're going to play 5 no matter what, but this is now a best of 5. So we're going to see LilKirbs taking care of some wall. This, again, is trivial for both of these players. Wall kicks are something they learned about the age 5, 6, something like that. I'm not even sure. They could do this when they were babies.
I mean, they know every little mechanic, every little hitbox.
I wish I could show the watchers and people here in the audience, people in chat, the practice courses that LilKirbs made. He could make a fortune selling those to Super Mario Maker runners because he had every single trick, a course for that, to practice.
Yeah, to practice
I was
everything.
just in awe of what he was doing, and he's ready to go. And there it shows another flagpole for Kirbs, double digits achieved.
Yeah, I mean, there's an old quote that success is when preparation meets opportunity. Like, this doesn't just happen, okay? They work their butts off. I know they can only do so much because of the improvisation I mentioned, but because of that, they need to be good at anything because anything could be in these levels. That's a lot of practice.
True.
What do you specialize in? Everything.
Yeah.
It's not really a specialty. It's just a lot of work.
All right, so 2 minutes left on the clock, just about. Again, getting to that crunch time. Matters where you are in the level now. We saw the first game was decided by, I don't know, 0.1 second or so, something around there. See if we have the same close match here. LilKirbs a little over anxious there on that jump. Have to wait for the POW to explode to knock those chompers to their death. Not happening.
They like to do things fast, and that works against them sometimes.
Just a little bit over anxious there. Now he knows exactly what he has to do. Now the problem is making silly mistakes, which LilKirbs doesn't make many of.
Yeah, right, the same mistake twice, right? If that happens, then you're really going to take notice, because that's not something you see too much.
Wait a little extra here. Look how close this is, though. iPK now in the lead. Now the balls are in LilKirbs' court. He needs to find an ending before that time reaches 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
All the zeros. I mean, I'm getting flashbacks to that first game. Like, we're looking at a very similar situation here.
Shout-outs to TMR. Level made created just for him. There is the ending in sight for LilKirbs. He got it. Less than a minute on the clock now. Now we got to watch iPK's screen, right?
This is a long one, too. I don't know if Kirbs is going to have time if iPK gets through it. I think if he gets it, it might hold up.
Hey, this is where looking at the world record really does matter. 18 seconds. That's
Here's
doable.
the part where Kirbs died.
No problem. Kicking it to the wall. Good efficiency there. Kick to the wall. Explodes much faster. Doesn't have to throw it down.
Can Kirbs get through this next one in time then, too? Because it looks like iPK is about to clear and take the lead.
Is he, though? 30. Death would be fatal.
It usually is.
That's a good point. Very good point here. That is why Drac is here. Finish these sentences. Here it is. There's the ending for LilKirbs, 12.
All down to iPK now.
Watch that side of the screen, left side. He needs to find it clear. He has 10 seconds to do it, and there it is. The beautiful black screen fading down, tied up.
Got it.
There it is. 5 seconds. Not going to be enough time for anyone to get a level done. And we are going to our first OT.
Wow. It's almost a reverse, except it was maybe 5 or 6 seconds instead of 1 this time. But the fact that 5 or 6 seconds isn't the close match is unbelievable, because in most matches that would be the close one. He just got it in time.
All right, so both our runners will now go to the next level. They have not finished, and they will play the same level. The first one to finish that level will be the victor of game number 2. Game 2 of 5 here. Speed Run is the name of the level. 90 seconds. Look at that world record, a little bit over a minute. That shouldn't be here, though. So speed run on the mountain. And we are ready to go. They push play at the same exact time, and we are off. Remember, whoever finishes the first gets game 2.
I mean, pushing it at the same time, if the level really is like a hold right speed run, that actually is really important suddenly. All this work, by the way, for iPK in that first match, lost to a second. Now he is technically leading, right?
Yes.
And he wins by 5 or 6 seconds, and it can all be lost right here in one level. There's a lot more randomness now.
Here we go, IPK in the pipe first.
It's so close again.
Any mistake here will probably be game over here. Have to trust the level maker again. They're giving you those nice coins to follow. If they did not lie, which no one has done yet today somehow, level makers. It looks like we'll have the ending here. It's super close here. IPK again, just a hair ahead.
Got to be perfect. Chance to tie this match up right now.
There it is. IPK still holding that slight lead into the pipe first.
It's so slight.
Checkpoints,
Oh, God.
checkpoint. We don't want to see any checkpoints here. There's a checkpoint.
Curbs is glad that's a checkpoint.
Hey, if you have to use that checkpoint, I think you lost game 2. We're going to find out, though. Maybe they both die. That is true. Coin. Look at this.
It might even be closer now.
I think you might be right.
Is one of them holding right a little harder?
IPK into the pipe first. Again, right indicator sliding down. And here we go. It's got to be close.
It's got to be.
Said the minute, but the world record was over a minute though. So if this is whole right,
It's
we got
been close to a
Well,
minute.
here
We got
there it is. IPK ties it up, hitting that block just in time. Oh, it's going to show the time here. We're going to see if it's 103. Oh, let's see. Oh, no.
They're saying he
Excuse us,
started at a
excuse us. He
different
started a
time.
little bit earlier. That is, LilKirbs is going to take that one home. He did
Oh
start it
my
a little
God.
bit earlier.
This is what I was saying, right? With a speedrun level, if they press at the exact same moment,
Where you push start, commentators.
It
I should've
usually
been watching
doesn't
it.
matter.
Yep, that was it. LilKirbs takes game number
Wow.
2 as close as it could be. Now, before we start game now, okay, we're gonna let it go to the next game. Maybe I want to talk about something, but we're gonna go to the next one here. Game number 3, and LilKirbs ahead by 2.
I just can't believe that IPK is down 0-2 by a combined second, maybe? Margin of the two combined?
Around there. It can't be much bigger.
It
larger
can't
than
be
that.
much bigger than that.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Down by a second. It can't not be feeling good, but what can you do from this moment? Got to get the positive mindset going. Got to turn it around. IPK knows he can turn it around. Season 3 champion. Took down the Beast in Season 3 finals. Here it is. He has the skill. 50-second speedrun coming up. Thump. Coin speedrun coming at you. 50 seconds around.
And I'm not positive, but I think he might have even swept that one. Like, I remember IPK winning a little comfortably there, too. Like, he was playing at the top of his game, so we know he can do it. He can bang out 3 just like that, especially when they've been this close. Still a lot of skips left, by the way. We still only had the one.
Yeah, this playlist is causing me to question how it was put together a lot here. This is just too clean, too many good levels. Both in the pipe were very fast. LilKirbs there. Both players choosing to take
Well,
the
here's
check.
the thought, right?
Go ahead.
Like, the speed runs, on one hand, they're simple, right? You're unlikely to die, but they're almost always long. I would be really tempted if I saw a speed run in the title or after a couple of seconds to just go, you know what? I'm going to use one of those skips.
I wonder-
There's 20-second levels out there instead of this. These are almost always the full minute.
I mean, we can be sure they're not using their skips as effectively as they could be. Again,
Right.
But again, it's just we don't know if the
We don't
result
know.
would have been the same. But
no counterfactual.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but we it seems likely that they're leaving a little on the table here with some of these. And again, these speed run ones, nobody constructs this big elaborate speed run kind of level and then has it over in 10 seconds
Yes.
or 20 seconds, right? It's always 30, 40, or the full 60.
that's just one of the kind of levels we're missing here. It's those kind of single hard jump to do, right? We haven't seen
Right.
any of those. I mean, this list is causing me to question some things. But maybe we'll talk about that later. I like Kaizo here, which means it's going to be some kind of difficult jumps, the normal stuff we've been seeing so far, and the little indicators there, again, to tell you where to jump, where you should be doing something. They have been so true so far. Usually you see some nonsense. You see some indicators that aren't telling you the correct way to do it.
psychouts, yeah.
But these have been so truthful.
I mean, it's nice in one sense because we're getting to see just incredible skill, but they're all like, oh, there's a death from IPK. But there are some aspects to their skills that have not been tested yet right, by these levels.
Yes.
We're definitely getting a great showcase here because the levels aren't nonsense. But if it's like you say, like a one-task kind of thing, make one tough jump, know some little bit of tech.
Yes.
I mean, they both know it, but maybe they don't practice it as much. That would be interesting, too, certainly to see, even though, again, we're getting to see so much of what they can do.
And there it is again, as has been the norm. One person finishes, the other one finishes right behind them. IPK still upset about that death here. Unforced there for sure. But not a large one. Didn't cost him too much time.
Too much time, yeah, but what are the margins? Like,
Yeah.
and that's the thing, right? He's over there shaking his head, but, like, he's losing by almost nothing. I mean,
Yes,
you
that's
blink one more time, and it's the other way.
All right, so just need a single coin, which they give you at the beginning of the level. Very kind parameters here.
That's the ante.
Yeah. Sometimes those are much more punishing and also interesting, but not here. The coin is given to you literally at the first jump.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Level creators on their best behavior. I have never seen this level of truth.
This level of level, man.
And IPK, again, unforced dare here.
We're seeing
IPK
too many
fan
of them,
camp,
yeah.
too many. IPK camp has to be questioning where his mind's at right now, but still has time to turn around. Another death.
Wow.
We're going down here. We're going down a rabbit hole. We don't want to go down. We don't want to see that rabbit.
Yeah, you say rabbit. I thought we were talking about SM64 again for a second. The rabbit there is also a rabbit. You don't want to see.
Shout-outs to Mips.
Yeah, Mips. I mean, one way you could look at this is you could say, wow, there's a lot of unnecessary deaths on IPK's side compared to Herb's, and that is totally true. However, another way to look at it is, despite all those deaths, way fewer than LilKirbs, he's still been neck and neck, which means he's outpacing him in other ways, right? So in one sense, he's running better, but the individual mistakes are costing him more.
There it is. LilKirbs goes to 4. IPK goes to 3.
Yeah, now it's starting to get real, right? You got 10 minutes here to save the whole set.
And now it has become sudden death for the remaining 3 games for IPK. 20 seconds here. That's a happy number.
Yeah, you get 3 match points. It's comfortable, right? To the degree that these guys can even get nervous, and I doubt maybe that they can anymore, you're not going to with a 2-0 lead. You know, you're going to play relaxed, you're going to play your best. And for the most part, while focus is good, focus is not the problem for these guys. It's about keeping it habitual, keeping it routine.
Again, want to speak to how close these players are in results and skill. Season 3, we played 11 regular season matches. Both players were 10-1.
Jeez.
Doesn't get much closer than that. IPK does bring it even closer. LilKirbs again gets the axe. IPK gets a flagpole. IPK needs some endings that Curb doesn't get to come back.
He made up a second or two there, right? Like he is when he's running, when he's not getting those unfortunate deaths, I think he's running a little quicker. It's just the deaths that are making the difference right now because he's making up time every time between the deaths.
Again, hold right to win level. It looks like on LilKirb's side. And both these players have to understand how this playlist is coming together, right? For some reason, we're getting a lot of these.
They've definitely noticed the pattern, right? And they
Yeah.
got to react accordingly. And I got to be honest, I think that is one of the reasons to maybe use your skips because these are never super short. That was one of the shortest, hold right levels we've seen.
Yeah, I agree with you. We just haven't seen any long ones yet in this set here. Let's see the next one for LilKirbs.
I think it would be smart if they see one and they skip it right away. It's not going to get much longer, but it can get shorter.
See, 29 seconds there. That's just too short to keep.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
It's too short to skip there.
Yeah, that one's a little different. But I think if you see 50-something and it looks like a speedrun level, it also means that you can't outplay your opponent on it very much, right? Because that's the point. At this skill level, those levels don't confer any benefit to either player. It's basically just like you both get a free clear.
Yes.
And that is bad for whoever is trailing.
And really have entered the Twilight Zone here because we haven't even seen a pick-a-pipe level. I mean, we always see pick-a-pipe levels. I mean, pick-a-pipe being there's 3 pipes and one of them gets to the ending and 2 other ones send you to the lava.
Yeah.
How have we not seen a pick-a-pipe level? I mean, this is just, it's incredible.
Well, I mean, at this point, if you're behind, you'll take anything you can get, right? You just you want to, I mean, the guy behind wants to gamble. That's the good rule.
Again, this is just, what is happening here? This is just, these
It's
levels
so
here
close.
are very, very comfortable, I want to say.
Well, that's true, but like as I mentioned earlier, when they're easy, when they're straightforward, all you're thinking the whole time is don't screw up, don't screw up, don't screw up. It has to be perfect. One death, right? And you lose so much time. And it's very unlikely the other guy's going to make the same mistake.
All right, now this had a key word in the title. I don't know if you caught that.
I did not.
Long run.
Long run. So if ever you were thinking about using a skip that you're not using at all, if you trust the name,
Yes.
and I'm not saying you should because the names can be pretty trolly too.
Yes.
But I think I believe this one from the looks of things.
Yeah, not today. Clearly, everyone just telling the truth, and Curbs does take advantage of that. One
This
of the 3
looks
skips he
simple,
has.
but it's a little deceptive, right? Like, look at all these little hitboxes you got to avoid.
Yeah.
It's harder than it looks, I'll say that.
Yes. And we have 8 minutes left on the clock here.
Are we headed for the same thing where it's like one guy's clearly ahead, but the course clears could be the same? It's happened twice already in 2 games, and it looks like it might happen a third time.
IPK again getting to that long run level. Looks like he's already made up his mind, but I will let him make the decision himself. And there it is. First skip for IPK in the 3rd game. Didn't think that would be possible. a lot of crazy stuff's happened today.
Yeah, stuff neither of us have ever seen.
Yes.
Not me and my however many casts, and not you and your 4,000 years.
Yes. First time live commentating. We're seeing some magic here. There it is. Oh, okay. iPK took another skip there.
Wow.
Okay, so that was one. LilKirbs did get the clear, though. And looks like iPK gets a reaction there.
Yeah.
He knows he might have wanted to play that one. GG again. No heart for the Heart fans out there.
And this is where it gets really interesting because I mentioned before that last skip, right? Like when you got to be very careful when you do get down to it. Seven minutes left on the clock, and it is still razor thin here. Emphasis on razor. My God, look at all these things.
Oh, LilKirbs there taking the death. That means an opportunity.
A rare one,
yes,
to say the least.
We've
I mean, if you're
seen
IPK, so at this point, every death LilKirbs has might be IPK's last chance.
Yes.
Right? Like, you cannot afford to send any of this back, to give up any advantage he gives you, because he's not giving you many right now.
In the door, frustrated again how long this level is going, and that he does get it, though. There
Just
it is.
a little longer.
Tie it up. And LilKirbs has to navigate this level he did die on before.
Yep.
If he wants to hold on to this lead, he has to make it happen here.
Yeah, that was the death that let IPK back into this, but he needs a little more still. 5 minutes.
IPK wondering.
We talked about
it's almost there.
We talked about him coming so close in some of these matches. Kirbs for third, second, but he's looked so good lately, and he's looked so good tonight. I mean, you're not going to beat IPK by a lot. That went out as soon as you agreed to do this. You know, you're not looking for a blowout.
Yes.
But insofar as you can get one with guys of the skill, winning like 3-0, but by a second or two each time is probably the best you could hope for, and he's very close to doing it.
Now, this is a level 51 second roll record. I'm questioning.
Yeah, I think you might want to. Skip.
Both players giving it a shot.
I think, again, the mentality, which is usually your strength, can also be a weakness, which is you're just thinking about getting through the next level, you know? I know you can stop and think or whatever, but they like to try. Like, it's a surprise I talked about, the improvisation. There's also, it's fun to discover the level. Like, they also, let's keep in mind, they're competitors, but this is fun, too. It's fun to see how the level unfolds.
And again, very just... Only one word I can say is kind level creation here. Look at these indicators. I mean, they are telling you exactly where you need to jump. And I promise you, this is not how Super Mario Maker usually goes.
No, usually it's messy and infuriating. Oh, but look at that. Just as a simple little jump, hits his head on the ceiling, Kirbs does, and that was the second little gift that I think IPK needed.
That's what we needed right there.
To keep this match going.
4:30 left on the clock. Again, IPK facing a loss. I mean, it's the simplest way to say it. He's up against it.
Yeah, 3-0. I mean, look, if you saw it, maybe you just see 3-0 and you go, wow, how did that happen? I'll tell you how it happened. Losing by a half a second here, a half a second there.
Watching on bated breath here, these jumps over these piranha plants.
There was a little bit of extra applause after that last clear for IPK too, by the way. The crowd is into it, and they know how big that clear was. They know how close this is and how much he needs this win to get back into it. And if he gets that one, it's easy to imagine that sort of breaks the seal, and he comes back with a second and forces that decisive fifth game.
Super close there. The indicator. That's one of the cases. The indicator was there. It said where you had to jump. That Goomba came out a little bit too far to the left there. LilKirbs gets the clear.
You get the split second to react, though.
1, 2, and 3. It does give you all 3 indicators telling you need to do 3 jumps there. All right. LilKirbs in double digits. IPK looking for it. Needs that 10th.
Looking a lot better there, but suddenly he gave the lead right back, and there's 3.5 minutes. There it is.
That's what he needed. He's going to start it over, though. Thought we might see the skip come out there. I'm just wondering when we're ever going to see them. But it's not happened yet. LilKirbs says, I got this one.
His only skip has been very early with a very quick death. And once he feels like he knows the level, I think he figures that's the biggest uncertainty. Once I have that certainty, I want to see it through.
And there it is. Double digits. That is attained for IPK.
And the crowd, again, understands how significant that is. And another death from Kirbs. This could be it. IPK really needs to bear down here.
This is the level right here. This is where it has to happen. One skip left at his disposal, of course. If he needs it, 31 second world record. It's not going to happen here. This is it. Starry Night doesn't tell us much. what kind of level are we going to see on IPK's side. He knows it. This is the moment.
It just tells you about the background of
Yes.
the level. I like that, though. That was a simple jump, but it was like you have to take your time, you have to slow down, you have to make sure you get the full distance there. Another death for Curbs. This could really do it for IPK.
Very much in full concentration here. Tough jump there. Does make it happen.
He's really. I feel like there's a new level of focus happening here on the left. Is that 3 deaths for Curbs on one level, too? I think that's a first.
Oh, definitely. Again, good IPK leaning in. The gamer lean.
The game really.
You want the TV to be as close as
There
possible
it
to your
is.
eyes, and there it is. 11-11. Seconds apart. I've said it too many times,
Wow.
but it's happening again.
I almost said he's retaken the lead. And by the time I finished the sentence, it wouldn't have been true anymore.
All right, we're getting down to crunch time, though. Less than 2 minutes here. LilKirbs is going to play the level we just watched IPK play. Can he make it happen a bit faster?
It wasn't too tricky.
Not yet for these players. That wasn't.
Whoa,
too tricky.
what happened there?
Whoa, all right,
He kind of
there it
winced,
is.
like, what happened? You could see it in his eyes. What on earth happened there? He doesn't know himself.
We are
Bizarre.
in for LilKirbs, a many death game here. That's 4 or 5, right?
That's as many as I think he had in the entire first match.
put together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we are.
You know what? IPK has really, really been bearing down here. He's looked much better.
He knows it has to happen now.
Yeah, there's no choice.
Yes,
and I think he knows that. And the greats, that's how they respond.
1 minute, less than 1 minute left here. Just has to be true on these jumps. These guys have played thousands upon thousands of these levels. They know in general what makers are going to do. That really comes in handy here. LilKirbs does pick up the clear, though, takes the lead.
It's always a little different, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And sometimes you have a fraction of a second to kind of read the signs.
All right, there it is, 12-12 here. We've reached this
30
point in the
seconds.
first 3 games. 30 seconds now. LilKirbs level is really what matters here. Can he make it happen in less than 30
If it's
seconds?
a quick one, he could steal this right here and now with a sweep.
Just watch IPK do it, though. I don't think it's 47-second world record. He's not going to see
He
it.
skipped right away. Yep.
Yep. I don't think we're going to have time to see another
great
one. 20
awareness.
seconds here. Looks like we're headed to
we
overtime
had OT again.
Yes, this levels are just making it happen.
This is incredible.
If LilKirbs can find the secret door, the secret hidden developer door, sometimes they happen.
Oh, boy.
Sometimes they're
It either
found.
happens right now or we're going to OT again. There it is.
There it is. We are at OT again, 12-12.
My goodness.
Going to OT.
This
Now,
is it.
Went to OT last time, it was pretty hype. This time, it's even more hype.
Yeah.
If you're an IPK fan, you know it's all about this next level. Are we going to continue? Or is IPK going to go down here? Kaizo Light.
Uh-oh.
Light's another way to say just a bit easier, in my view.
World record 24.
Clear rate, 3% again. For me,
Yep.
I would skip that.
Hey,
2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
let's note again, Curbs started just a fraction of a second earlier.
Yeah, watch
again.
the time. The time is what matters.
It doesn't
Yeah.
usually matter, but it mattered last time.
The time is what matters. Remember that,
Yep.
folks. Again,
But they did start at almost exactly the same time and immediately death from IPK.
and LilKirbs. We're going to start up. Now we're pretty safe.
Whoa.
Again, matters the time.
How
here.
light are we talking here?
Not that light.
Yeah, this isn't looking super light.
It's like it still has some fat content.
Yeah, a little bit. This tastes way too good. This isn't light.
There's still some sugar in this one.
Yeah. That's snow, I think. Oh, they're so close again. But if it stays tricky, like a death could happen at any moment. Curbs is so close to taking this 3-0. And again, we're going to play it out either way. Oh, and
there
he
it
does!
I would not have predicted that to happen,
Wow.
but that is the reality we are in. The crowd was so confident that LilKirbs would make it happen 3-0, and that is what happened.
Wow.
3-0. LilKirbs is your winner for this
Amazing.
best-of-5 match. Now, I do want to ask, before we start the next one, boys, if I can get a tech member over here. These levels have been a little bit too true for my liking here. Looks like our players are going to get right underway. But, yeah, these levels have been so good. This list is very questionable. Just so different than what we're used to in the league, again, with these nonsense levels. We're not seeing any nonsense. These are just too good.
Yeah, we're seeing all expert level stuff, certainly.
Expert as in... But,
Good
yeah, I don't
stuff.
think we have time to get new lists put together, so we're going to have to play this out no matter what. But
No, I mean, it's still been a joy to watch these guys. I mean, we're counting deaths over here, but it's not that many when you think about how hard this stuff is.
yes.
I mean, look, it's a shocking headline result, 3-0, because it's hard to imagine IPK losing that way to anyone. But again, if you saw how it happened by a few seconds here, a few seconds there, literally you combine the margins, it's 3 seconds maybe.
Yes.
I mean, we said it couldn't get closer between these two, and, well, we had no idea how right we were.
Now we're going to play these final 2 games for the content, of course.
Of course.
But I wonder about the mindset here of IPK.
Yeah?
You know, I do wonder about that. This is a tough ask.
How are you going to feel if you win the last 2?
It's a tough ask, yeah.
I mean, you might feel pretty good. You might think, wow, I just took like a little too long to get in the swing of things. But again, you can't beat yourself up when you lose by a half second because anything could have been different at that point.
Any of those small mistakes. You watch the VOD back, and you can see many of these little tiny, tiny mistakes that add up to 0.1 second or something like that.
Right.
I mean,
if you're going to beat yourself up about that, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You're not losing by much here.
All right, LilKirbs does take the death here. Now, can IPK take the lead for once? Seems like he hasn't been in the lead very much, and though he cannot, the large piranha plant saying no thank you.
What do you think? I mean, can fatigue be a bit of a thing? Because, you know, adrenaline runs high, and, you know, you've been doing this for a little while now. We're seeing a lot more mistakes, and I don't think it's just because, you know, the stakes are a little lower now because the match is technically over, right? That doesn't explain this level.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, these guys
Tired?
These guys have played so much Mario Maker. If I told you the hours I saw both of them in practice, I saw both.
Well, that too.
Both
They've been playing for hours before this even started.
Both of their hours played. It is just shocking. I mean, I thought it was a misprint. Thousands and thousands of hours they played this game.
You look at the Steam profile.
Yeah, I think they've played this game
more than everything on my list combined.
I don't think. I think these guys are used to playing game a long time. Not at this high a level, of course, but.
Yeah, I mean, look. These guys can handle it, but like live events are something else. Nothing really prepares you for it.
Yes.
It is a different kind of animal.
And there it is. IPK fans have something to clap about there as he does get the first clear in that bag.
Yeah, and you'd like to definitely kind of go out on a strong note here.
Yes,
at least one win here at the end. You know, that would make a big difference, especially if, oh my God, by a clear or two. Maybe not by a second or two. Maybe not with OT even. One can dream.
All right, Snowcap 2-3. So usually these are levels that players put together to match an actual level in an actual Mario game. And they put a little twist on it, of course.
Yeah, a little homage. The music is adorable, too.
You know, just trying to... I'm still in shock of how this thing is turned out. Of course, we've got 2 games left. Don't want to lessen the hype at all. But 3-0 Kirbs, that was not a very well bet here in Vegas or at the horse track we're out here in the
Yeah,
world.
we are technically by a horse track, and I don't think they would have given you odds on that.
No,
really.
I was asking too. It did not happen.
But that's the only way it could have happened, is by those margins.
Yes. I could have guessed the margins. It would happen, but I could not have guessed the outcome.
I did have a sense that Kirbs was going to break out, but not I wouldn't have predicted that.
Yeah.
Like I said, like he's just looked sharp. He's looked sharp playing other games too. He's looked sharp playing everything recently. Right?
Yep.
Sometimes you're just in the zone. You know, you have your ebbs and your flows. These guys have good days and bad days. Their bad days are better than any day I'll ever have. But certainly, even guys at this level can kind of just get hot, even for them. And that's what it's been like with Kirbs lately.
And as you can see, these levels. Look at the description of the levels before every level. They're all things like difficult but fun.
Right.
Thing, I mean,
trying to read the code of the description.
That's good for a player of my ilk, but of these players, when they see the word fun, it just means you're trivial, right?
Yeah, they know.
That can be difficult, though.
Right.
But trivial means they can't make any silly mistakes, but they're not going to fail the level altogether.
Right. And we only saw a few silly mistakes.
Yes.
And sometimes the players looked as surprised as we did by it.
Yeah. And this level right here, look at on IPK's side here. This is, I mean, very, very easy stuff for him.
Yeah.
Almost to the point of being bored.
Yeah, he definitely looked bored.
So get out of here with this nonsense. All right, but here we are with the clears here, 3-3. 3 skips remaining, just over 10 minutes left here, game number 4.
Are you actually wishing for a Jimmy level here? I think you are. Is that a first?
I've never wished for him as much as I am right now. I can say that. And a pick a pipe also. Here we go. You saw LilKirbs taking that death here. IPK. That's the door creaking open. Not going to happen. He's going to start over, wondering where did it go wrong?
If that shrug, that hands up shrug, isn't an emote yet,
it should be.
It should be.
Yep. It needs to happen.
He's one of the more gifable humans I've met. I mean, that is entirely a compliment.
Definitely. Definitely. I just, again, I watch these guys practice a lot. preparing for this. And this level, a lot of people watching, mere mortals as I am, might say, this level looks hard.
Yeah, this is like, what you're seeing right here, this is like a week for me.
Yes, but I seldom practice levels that would put this to shame in terms of difficulty. So now it's just about not losing the focus when things are so easy. Maybe, I don't want to use the word comfortable, but might be comfortable.
For guys this good, maybe, yeah. But like, focus for an hour straight with a live audience on you, that's something. It might not be the kind of difficulty that we're used to seeing or they're used to seeing, but make no mistake, that is definitely difficult.
Yes.
I mean, focus by definition is meant for short periods of time. Otherwise, you would focus all the time, but you can't. And right after that third match, we saw them both die multiple times to relatively simple levels, and I think that might be something. I think the fatigue could be setting in.
There you go. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're onto something there. 26-second world record here on the level that LilKirbs is in, and iPK is now entering. So many indicators. I have never seen this many indicators in my life, and I hang out around a lot of indicators.
The nursery rhyme music with the buzzsaws, it's a weird combo.
Little
dissonant.
LilKirbs again making the fireworks happen, and the crowd is eating it up.
Yeah, they're still hyped.
Yes.
Even though it's over, like they want to see him go out strong, and why not? Not too far behind, but Kirbs is pulling away just a little bit, insofar as you can call a clear lead.
Yes.
Pulling away. In any other match, I would say it's neck and neck, but the way this has gone tonight, this actually feels really significant.
Yes.
Tiny little fist tighten from iPK.
But no problem there in the end.
Soldier
LilKirbs
on.
again, one level ahead. Crowd trying to give them his power, their power, because bounce your way through this map, but be careful. Again, just such a nice description. I've seen stuff I cannot say to children in those descriptions. I've seen it many times, but it's just not happening.
Yeah. The crowd isn't fatigued, I'll say that.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you not stay hyped, though, regardless of the stakes, watching, again, two of the best in the world at what they do? In anything, right? How often do you get to see the best in the world in anything in person?
And we are definitely watching two of the world's best at the Mario, playing it right here. Now iPK does tie it up again. LilKirbs taking to death. All right. All right. I heard a little creak. And that creak was a door. And it's opening.
It's wide open. And again, that matters. Because there's always another game. There's always another match. These guys just keep going. That's the nature of what they do, right? So if you think he can't get something out of taking a win or two here at the end, even if he loses, I think he can.
We're at the point now we kind of need LilKirbs to make two mistakes. It's that much separation here. Or, again, we need an iPK to take a chance on a skip and it paying off, right?
Yeah, now's the time, right? I mean, again, though, iPK is clearly taken more deaths. I don't think it's even close. I feel like it's almost 2-1 if I had to guess.
Around there.
But
Chat's saying it now that you're wrong or right. I can't see it, though. But
yeah, they've definitely been counting somewhere. Someone's got a spreadsheet open. But the margins are still razor thin. So what does that tell you? That tells you that when he's not dying, he's getting through these quicker. He's being more aggressive. Probably one of the reasons for the deaths, too, right? But it means that when they're both running at their best, IPK's probably been a little faster.
That's one of the things after I've, again, seen 4.6 million, 5.6 million, something like that, of these matches.
Okay, it went up a million since we started. I got to call something here. It's a lot. I'll agree it's a lot.
I love to see when runners use their resources given, right?
Yes.
And sometimes these guys are so good, they feel like I could just play level after level after level.
Yes.
But even the smallest margins, as we've seen, if you take a skip here at a 40-second level and you get into a 20-second level, hey, that's 20 seconds you just gained. Again, you don't know what's on the other side of that skip, though. That's the key point.
But you have to make those guesses, and it feels like, for the most part in this match, they haven't really even thought of it that way.
Yeah.
And again, that's where the mentality that makes them good can also hold them back.
And these nice level creators, they're to blame. I'm tired of nice level creation. I want some kind of nonsense.
You want some
nonsense. I need it in my life.
You want some nonsense.
All right, again.
I'm going to remember you said this when we have some other cast, which is nothing but nonsense, right?
yeah.
It's always going to be too far, right?
I know,
Yeah. Comes out all uneven. Okay, there's a little something going on here. Kirbs had to stop and think.
Yeah, okay. Something.
Fair enough. Anything that makes him stop and think is actually something that I would puzzle over for a while.
Yes. Right here, just precision jumping here again. Something these guys can handle with no problem. Just got to think a little bit. something. There's been so many levels they didn't have to think. The indicator's just been all over the place. But here's a level you have to think, and a snake block.
Yeah.
That's something you normally don't want to see in any of these kind of things. And that showed the difference here. IPK on that snake block for a little bit. LilKirbs just starting his journey.
Yeah, and this is just on rails here a little bit.
Take a little break, get some coffee, chug a Red Bull, or something stronger. It's up to you. There is the flagpole here. All right, IPK
Crowd.
is ahead, 4:30 left. I think this has been his best shot here. 4:30,
It has, yeah.
one clear ahead.
Yeah.
Difference of 10 seconds here. Don't want to get too excited here, but I'm getting slightly excited.
I mean, at this point, I'm kind of rooting for 2 more overtimes.
I brought an extra pair of shorts here. I want to use them.
It's a good thing we don't have cams.
They can't see. They can't see below our waist.
Oh, good. Do you have a favorite art style here? Do you like the throwback?
Yeah,
Because you're seeing all of them here,
Yeah,
right?
I feel like we don't see enough throwback. A lot of people go to the new, so
Yeah.
I like to see it.
SM3 for me is probably
I
the
think it all
one.
depends on when you got into it.
Exactly.
I don't want to give our age, so just don't
Yeah,
say it.
that's
Don't
true.
say which one we played first.
I won't. So I shouldn't say Pong?
yeah. Don't say Pong. Don't
say
bring
Pong.
that up.
All right, I didn't say Pong.
There it is. Another lead for IPK. Crowd rising to the challenge, too. They know their man is up against it here. LilKirbs, though, tried and true there. Just
Right
about
after.
a 6-7 second difference now.
And about 3 minutes left. Is this looking familiar to you in any way?
Yeah, I think we've seen it 3 times before. The one with dangerous plants. All right. No clue. Let's see the world record on that. 46 seconds.
There's way more than one with dangerous plants.
We've seen a few of them today, for
Yeah.
sure.
This is my favorite Friends episode, by the way. The one with the dangerous plants.
Again, 3 skips, and we see Kirbs using one there.
Hey.
Little divergence here. Now,
Just a little.
Is that going to be a boon or a...
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Leave it a comment. They decides against it, starting over. We have seen the comment come out a few times,
no.
and it's never been pretty.
No. I would have called this one Feed Me, Seymour.
Sometimes when our runners take the time to boo a level, you know they mean
Oh,
business.
yeah. Speedrun be damned. I have to complain right now while I'm mad.
As we joke, though, this is a big moment here for IPK. He needs to find the ending here. LilKirbs did skip it. And if his is shorter than the one IPK is on, that's going to be significant.
Right now, that's looking like a good choice, the skip.
Yeah, it does look like it now. But LilKirbs does take the
Well, it can be a
words.
right choice, and the next level can also maybe be a skip,
Yes.
potentially.
Yes, that does happen. IPK on an on-rails platformer here. Well designed, but it does take time nonetheless.
It does. 2 minutes left. We're all tied. I'm getting tired of saying that.
I know. It's getting ridiculous here. Now, this does matter when they get 2 minutes left. It does matter who gets the next clear for sure. This is huge.
We're all tied on my vocal clipboard, and I keep hitting control with my brain.
Oh, there it is. IPK fans know double digits. But LilKirbs again. What?
Right afterwards.
Just push the soundboard at this point.
I know. 100
It's tied up.
seconds.
It's tied up. I'm
It's
hitting
tied up.
it. Come on here. Tied up again. 10-10. 1:30 left on the clock. Crunch time here.
We could be replaced by a wave file on loop.
I feel that might be true. Let's see the world record here. And we just saw IPK. We just saw Kirbs finish this level IPK is on. Can IPK make quick work of it? The length of LilKirbs' level here is going to be huge.
It's going to be huge, right? And this right down to the wire again. We're looking at who's going to finish level first. Is one person going to be ahead but have it wasted? That's happened several times already.
Oh, tough jumps here. Going to wait it out with those munchers. The munchy boys with the wings.
And some random images just to distract. Just to add more chaos to the screen.
LilKirbs does see the ending. Got to do a little work to get there, though, but it is very close. 3 1-ups are usually an indication that you are going to get the ending. There it is, 11 here. 45 seconds left. IPK needs to find it in 43 seconds or less.
Or it's going to be another heartbreaking second-by-second kind of loss.
Black background.
Here we
Love to
go,
see
here we
it.
go.
And he's in. There it is, tied up. Do we have another of some people's favorite 2 letters coming at us?
I think we might have seen. I think the world record on this one might be unusually short.
Okay.
I just barely got to look at
For
it.
this playlist, it would be. Ooh, nice jump there. LilKirbs has seen that fish before. And he's throwing it right back here. Okay, there's the death. IPK was the world record, 27 seconds.
Nope.
I don't think there's going to be enough time for this to happen. We might go to OT once again.
3 in a row. And the only one that didn't go to OT, we thought one runner had won in the moment, and it turned out it was the other one by a
Yes.
fraction of a second. That's the only one that didn't go to OT. I'm not sure. Okay, I don't know if I've definitely never seen a Super Mario Maker 2 match this close. I'm trying to think if I've seen an esports match.
Oh,
this
now you're
close.
going into the history books. You're going to have to consult the
This is
experts.
somewhere on the list, isn't it?
It has to be. And there it is, IPK. Get in the. Was that in time? I don't think it
no.
was. It was not in time. It was not in time. Getting confirmation it was not in time. And it is going to OT again.
Again.
These have been reduced to single-level OTs here, and we do it again. We're going to enter the snow-capped night 2-1, 26-second world record here, 6.55 clear rate, very generous clear rate for players of this skill level. And we are going to go. They are shaking their heads. They are hype. Are you hype, chat? I see you, and I love you.
I mean, IPK this time started just a fraction of a second before, but it was closer this time. They almost synced it.
Watch the time here. The time is going to matter. It can matter if it's close enough, so keep that in your mind here. As we go, we've seen so many times, munchers, indicators, everything. We've seen the same kind of level so many times today.
Uh-oh. That was a little hesitancy, a little extra jump there from IPK, and just like that, I think Curbs is ahead.
All right, in the pipe, just about at the same time again. Put that in a loop, too.
I think Curbs... Oh, is he going to do this again? Is he going to win by less than a second again?
All right, now this is worth checking the time.
I really think IPK started a little sooner, too, though.
Watch it. The time is what matters. The time is what matters.
Yep, he did it again. He did it again.
This is getting ridiculous, my folks. I can only handle so much of these tight matchups. Just incredible.
I can't wait to watch this later and literally add up the margins from all of these together and find out how many seconds it was across the four.
And we are down to the last game. No matter what, guys, let's get some hype for the last game here. This is what we're all here for. Last game, two legends playing it out. This playlist hasn't been has the nicest for us in the booth here.
But the players have been.
Yes, the players definitely have been.
They've handled it so well. They've played so well, and they've played so close. I mean, the score looks ridiculous, but I didn't know it could get this close, this long. Just statistically, you think someone would pull away.
Yep, so we have 15 minutes of this magical competitive esports game to see it. Unfortunately, this playlist hasn't been the best for us, but it has still been a whole lot of fun to watch. Hope you had fun, too.
I mean, I'd watch these guys play any level.
Yes.
You know? Again, because part of the thing is we're like, oh, it's easy. Yeah, look how they make it look easy, right?
There it is. LilKirbs taking a slight lead, but it's way too early to worry about that.
Yeah, at this point, I'm not reacting to anything anything below, I don't know, 4 seconds?
Yes. I'm waiting to see the 4-second lead.
Yeah, that huge 4-second lead is when you're really pulling away.
I might break out my shorts with the 4-second lead now.
Oh, my God, he's up 2 clears. It's over.
We haven't seen that yet tonight.
I don't think we have.
No.
I think there might have been a few seconds, I think, in that third match where Curbs was up like 8-6 for like a second, right? Maybe. But I have to think about it. I'm not even sure. What does that say about this game?
Yes. Here we go. We are in so many checkpoints, too. Just checkpoint city. Ooh, tough jump here. I say tough jump. They make it look extremely easy. Oh, and there it is.
Hey.
Both
the same spot.
Same spot. Spelling Doom and so many other runners as well. You see all those X's fill the screen. That is where other runners have died as well. So clearly is a little spot of contention there.
Yeah. Well, those other runners have good company now. There it is. See, like just a little bit of patience there. That's a little wrinkle. I like it. I hope we see more of it.
All right. IPK first to hit that block. He's in the door a fraction of a second earlier. That matters, though, clearly, and there it is. Both get a flagpole. The sync now is extremely real.
That's pretty darn identical.
Yes.
Wow.
Nothing else to say here.
Nope.
20-second speed run. This is a good length here. This is the bread and butter here. What you normally dying to see this type of levels in these matches we have, and this playlist is pretty commonplace. But let's see again. Looks easy, but you can definitely mess it up.
We've seen it. We haven't seen it much.
Can't gain time, but you can lose time.
That's right.
Yeah, the crowd laughing is something I've seen so many times, but today we haven't seen that much of it. Very trolly.
Yeah.
And there it is. Again, the heart showing up, and they are close as can be. Right, 128, 90 seconds here on this one. Now this one.
This could vary a little bit, but it says speed run.
speed run with a scary time. I think that, okay, there's a divergence here. LilKirbs says 90 seconds, get that out of my house.
I think he's smart.
And IPK starts over.
That validates Kirbs' choice in a way, doesn't it, right? Like, it makes it all that more likely that he was right to do it.
A few seconds later,
Yep,
IPK
there we
comes
go.
to the same conclusion here.
There's just a few free seconds to make that.
Whenever you see Big Mario Athletic, it means it's going to be a bit slower than the old-fashioned small boy.
Well, I kind of like that because at least, you're not holding right at that point. Like, the most interesting thing we've seen in this particular match was when, they both rushed ahead and all died at the same spot. And in reality, if you just waited a few more seconds and looked around, you would have been fine.
Pretty easy going, though, so far.
Pretty straightforward. Again, for them.
Yes. The thing about these levels are, if you lose big, can you still complete it? Some levels you can, some levels you can't.
Some of them are designed that you have to do it perfectly, right? And some are designed to give you a little margin.
Looks like this was, nope, that question doesn't matter anymore. As LilKirbs has to be approaching the ending here. And the 3-1-ups, the classic 3-1-ups, saying the end of the level is near, and there is that GG.
It's funny how those things just kind of become de facto standards for no reason in
yep.
particular. One person does it, someone else copies it, and you never know.
IPK taking an unfortunate death here. That one hurts. As we've seen, they've been so smooth clearing these levels so far. Any margin. Again, the elusive 6-second lead.
Yeah, the elusive 6-second lead. Well, this is a rough one to lose because he was pretty far into this level.
Yes.
Checkpoints help, but only so much. Oh, it's just the same spot?
Yep. Same
it's
spot
the same
again.
spot. It's the exact same death. See that X? That's him right there.
Got to kick that a little bit farther to the right here. And now, we've seen it happen a few times, players get beef with levels.
Yeah,
When they get beef, they want to dig in.
Yeah. Especially if there's nothing technically at stake, I can see them just going, nope, I'm beating this level. I'm beating this level. It's not beating me.
They want to take a bite of the beef. And there it is. He does make it happen here. A lot of time lost. Again, we are in Game 5. LilKirbs with... It's tied up now, but LilKirbs, again, is very close to touching the iron. And there it is for the lead. A full level now separating our two runners.
And that's been about the margin.
Yes.
It hasn't gotten much wider than that at any point. You can imagine that playing for over an hour solid and being neck and neck the entire time.
Yeah, and the thing that's a shame about us not seeing nonsense levels is they do make more of those decision points. So we're not seeing that side
You
of
get more divergence.
Yes, yeah. So we're not seeing much divergence because these levels have all been of the same ilk, right? Hold right, a lot of indicators.
But even the nature of their mistakes has been different. Again, like it's IPK being more aggressive, therefore dying more, but also getting through things quicker when he doesn't die.
Yes.
Right? It's added up to the same thing, but they've gotten there in slightly different ways.
LilKirbs choosing to start this one over. Again, both players with two skips left. I believe that time that counter is incorrect. And right on cue, it is changed. Both runners have 2 skips remaining, and they have 8:30 left to use them.
You think they will?
You know,
They don't seem to like him very much.
previous performance has shown us that skips aren't really going to play a big part of this match right now,
No.
which is unfortunate.
Yeah, there's been a shocking lack of skips.
Jumping over the flagpole, swag. That was for the crowd, I think. He didn't have to do that, but he did.
You think so?
It's saying I can jump over the flagpole if I choose to, and there it is.
Going full Superman.
All right. That was a time loss, though. So if IPK chooses not,
seconds.
not to jump over the flagpole.
Little BM? Yeah. But in a fun way.
Yes, we've reached that point where let's have some fun.
Yeah, these two players respect each other too much to do anything actually BM.
No,
That's
no,
not going to happen. I mean, that's the thing. When you get to this level, when you get this good, no one else but that other guy, but those other best players in the world, know really what it's like. Mm-hmm. So you tend to bond. You know, you tend to be more camaraderie than competitiveness. Like, you want to beat them. They're competitive guys, all of them. But there's just so much respect there because you know they've worked as hard as you.
Yes.
They know what it's like.
As a commentator, I wish there was some kind of rivalry like that, but unfortunately,
No.
I watched today, they practice side by side for hours.
Yeah, like
today.
guys who just straight up don't respect each other, think they're
Yes.
genuinely better. It's just, no, because this game in particular, it just breeds too much humility, man. You can't stay cocky playing this game. It's too hard.
I wish we could have the heel of
Yeah.
competitive speedrunning. But
Maybe we can get him to fake it.
yeah, that's what we need.
Yeah.
We need LilKirbs to turn heel.
Okay,
Heel
little-
turn for Kirbs.
Little East Coast, West Coast speedrunning
Yes.
feud.
Yes, that would be nice.
I mean, well, you did say Los Angeles and Earth
Yes.
are where these two are
There you
from,
go.
right?
Oh, yes.
We'll just say Earth is East Coast then.
Yeah. 6:40 left on the clock. You guys were playing out the string here. Of course, you see LilKirbs that 4-0 win here in this best of 5.
Yeah.
It's been a journey.
It has, but again, even though deep down you know a second here, second there doesn't really matter. Like you didn't really lose by any meaningful amount. On the other hand, if it's still 5-0, it's still tough.
Yes.
It's still tough.
I wonder if the nature of these levels makes it more painful or less painful. You know what
I don't know. I mean, probably a little less because you feel like you had less agency.
Yeah. I think that's right.
But also a little more in the sense that like it turned on something silly, something that you don't normally mess up.
Yeah.
Right. Because suddenly every one of those mistakes, literally of the 50 mistakes you might make in a match, which sounds like a lot, but really isn't given how many choices they're making each time. They're making thousands. But if it's this close, you could change any one mistake you made, any of them, and you'd win.
Yep.
So in that sense, it can be agonizing because you have no limit to the number of things you can second guess now when they all would have made the difference.
iPK fans still holding out here. You love to see it. Support has been very real.
That's what the support is about, right?
Yep.
Like, you're not going to win every single thing. I mean, sometimes IPK looks like he could.
Yeah.
But, yes, you're not going to win every single thing. You got to just keep your head up. And the fans, real fans, yeah, they support you even when you have a tough night. I say tough night like you can just lose like 4 seconds combined. Yeah. But you know what I mean. Just on top-line results.
I want to say, because I know a lot of you out there watching this that love Super Mario Maker 2. I know they're in the audience, and I know they're in the chat right now that just are waiting for the next season to happen. And trust me, I'm with you. And I know if you feel like that, don't be afraid to let people know because your voices are what can make a next season happen or not happen, right? I know, this game is on the sunset if it's hype, right? It's safe to say that. But if you want another season, guys and gals and everyone else, just join together. Make your voices heard, right? This is a huge community of people that love Super Mario Maker 2. I still get messages all the time saying, hey, ALT, when is the next league happening? And it's got a big following. It's got a lot of people that care about this game because they know the potential it has. We didn't see it today too much, but they know it's happened. Some of the most legendary speedrunning competitions have happened in this game.
I mean, speedrunning is based on community.
Yeah.
That's what keeps speedrunning games alive. So, make your voice heard. People are listening.
Yes.
I just want to see these two guys play,
Yes.
like again and again. I want to see these guys compete as much as possible because I've got to watch them compete a few different times in a few different games even.
Yes.
A surprise, surprise, they're good at other games too.
Yeah.
And it's been a pleasure every time.
So difference here of how many times can I say this? A few seconds. 4 minutes left on this great main event here. I consider main event. There's a lot of good stuff coming up, so I should say that. I took a little liberty there with that main event
Sure,
call.
but like again, maybe the two best in the world and they're playing neck and neck. Like I think you nailed it.
Yeah. A lot of good stuff coming up. A lot of good stuff coming up tomorrow as well, so stay tuned for that.
Piranha Platforming Mix.
Doesn't say much. Love that effect, but
Is it like a mixtape? It's like
could be.
summer mix.
I've given a few of those out to my...
Yeah. Stop the nostalgia. It's
yes,
too much.
don't want to shed a tear here.
Well, here's the
early.
question.
Go ahead.
Literal tape? Cassette tape? I got to ask.
I'll never answer that. CD, of course.
See, of course. Playlist. Spotify playlist only. Oh, yeah. Some people like the old world charm.
Save IPK taking a death here.
The boot. Never gets old.
And there
Love
is
the boot.
another GG.
The boot's probably my favorite. The first time I saw it, I literally laughed out loud.
Such a small part. I think people forget how small a part of the game that plays. It's in one level.
Yeah.
but
it's you just remember because it's so funny looking. I think it's because it covers most of their face. It's just adorable.
All right, guys. 3 minutes left here. It's been a lot of fun so far. 3 minutes left of the hype.
This is called Metal Gear Solid 2. This isn't how I remember it. I'll just say it that way.
Got to be stealthy. I'm loving the music now. This is a well put together level.
Here we go.
Again,
That music is hype.
we don't see
It's a
these
banger,
in these
man.
competitions normally, but wow.
Ooh, okay. So even though this is fast and kind of on rails or whatever, like this is really taxing. You can tell there's a little more going on here.
Look, LilKirbs feeling it. Something you don't see so much. The head popping. I love to see it.
Yeah, it's the music, man. That's some of the best music we've heard.
Wish this could be overtime.
Yeah, this is a fun one.
But still, you can't enjoy the music too long. You have to focus.
This is only missing one thing.
Yeah.
The boot.
Yeah. Here we go. Looking the quick work of this. A lot of quick decisions here, right?
Yeah,
you don't
right.
see it, but there's a lot of quick decisions happening here.
Right, so this is the difference we're talking about. It's very minute. This has the structure of a lot of the ones we've been talking about, which don't seem too remarkable. But if they come fast enough,
Yes.
genuine, and if they change the types of decisions you're making moment to moment, so it's not just the same kind of jump 5 times in a row, it gets very engaging.
Right,
Like, that was a great level.
Yeah, that was a very good level here. And there it is, the finish.
Ride that down.
Oh, you're welcome. Love to see it.
Hey.
YW. You don't get to sit the GG. We've seen too many GGs today.
Yeah, it's a little
Seems so
presumptuous, though. That's what you usually say sarcastically to someone who forgot to say thank you. Well,
That's what I say after.
You're welcome.
That's what I say after I finish a cast.
Yeah, you're welcome, everybody.
Yeah.
I've been great. You're welcome, everybody.
Lead razor thin again. It's all going to come down to the last minute, as it has been the case so many times today.
Literally every time they've played.
Yes.
You say minute. I mean,
Yeah.
right?
I shouldn't get excited in the last 10 seconds, I guess.
It's like the match doesn't even start until then sometimes. Oh, didn't quite make the
That's
jump.
not what you want to see here
Oh, man.
for a high finish here. Kind of sums up the night so far.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, really good, but just a tiny bit off.
Oh.
And when your opponent is really on, that's enough.
And the LilKirbs, though, did take his own death here.
Yeah, I cursed him immediately. Are you impressed?
Didn't
That was record time.
We haven't done too much today, though, in terms
No.
of commentators' curses and IPK.
same jump.
Place there.
The same jump.
Grabbing the switch when you cannot grab that one. Just cannot grab it. You will fall to the spikes
Just
if
a
you grab it
little-
here. There's the ending. 30 seconds left here. IPK now.
Yeah, but he's got to make the jump this time.
Feels confident.
He's got to make the jump this time.
Looking very confident. He
Force
knows
another
what's
OT.
left.
Could
Yep.
we get 4 OTs to end this match?
We could.
Come on, baby.
There it is. And he's in there.
Yeah.
Just knows he doesn't have to grab it. Simple for this man.
And this is a 45-second level.
Yep.
Like, he's not even bothering. Yeah.
10 seconds left. Can't die here, though. 10. He knows the ending is close. 7. Going to be very,
Oh, my
very
God.
close.
I thought he was in the clear. I thought it was
As
way closer than this.
The rest of the night has been, and he does not get it in
Oh.
time. LilKirbs will sweep 5-0 in this Super Mario Maker 2 Invitational
Showdown?
Showdown,
Yeah, showdown.
Battle, Shindig.
High noon.
A lot of words to describe this, but one word we can't use. One word we can't use is not fun. It was a lot of fun. And that's 2 words, but
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And it was a lot of fun because when players are this good, you know they're going to put on a show. You know, they're going to make hard things look easy. And the margins are going to be so small that we'll literally see the end of these games and we're not sure who won until the microseconds come up. Like,
There
it's
we go.
ridiculous.
so that was it. Super Mario Maker 2, unfortunately, the playlist was a little bit, didn't give us a lot of variety for sure. We got to see a lot of awesome play by 2 of the best runners in the world. For Warning Track, I am ALT Insider. It's been a lot of fun. Stay tuned for more hype runs. Thanks a lot.